performs at country clubs. He's performed in 27 different countries all over the world. Get ready for the magic and comedy of Eric Thompson! Give it over to Dan Brown, ladies and gentlemen! Well, I thought he was grinding the show to a halt. Didn't you guys think that was the end? Comedy? Thought you guys were going to cry. Good thing he's a smart ass. Well, my name is Eric Thompson. I perform magic. Wait, no. Listen, it's all fake. None of it's real. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Like right now, it seems like the lights are going down. They're not. It's just a trick, ladies and gentlemen. It's an illusion. It's not evil. It's not satanic. These are the questions I get after every show. I just want to clear it up right now. Every single trick that I do has a secret. And every secret can be found in a book. And every one of those books can be found in your local public library. So I know my secret's safe with you guys. I'll show you a trick. Should we do a trick? Let's do a trick, shall we? What is your name, dear?
Chris.
Chris, that is correct. Here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You go see a magician, you go see this magician, and he's always got a beautiful assistant with him, and those beautiful assistants are very, very expensive. So what I do is show up at the venue, look around the room, pick somebody like Chris, ask her to volunteer, don't pay her, we get the same result. Ladies and gentlemen, my lovely assistant, Chris! Welcome, Chris. Good to have you here. Chris, you have 3 scarves. Hold those open so everybody can see. There's a red scarf, a purple scarf, and a teal scarf. Chris, I'd like you to take one of those scarves and hand it to me. Keep one for yourself and drop the third one on the floor. Perfect. I'll teach you a magic trick. Chris, have you ever done magic? No. All right. Have you ever done tricks? You don't have to answer that. Chris, what I'll have you do, stand right up here next to me. Hold your scarf out just like this. Show it to your audience, by the way. This is your audience. Apparently, this is the best we could throw together at the last minute. You know, it's homecoming. It is. Yeah. Your kids are all fine. It's interesting to me that nobody's cell phones have been gone off with, but you know, somebody's puking, somebody wrecked the car, somebody did. What has it been, puking and wrecking? Oh, it's texted. They texted, yeah. All right, hold your scarf up just like this. Show your audience both sides of your scarf like this. Hold it up by one corner just like this, and Chris, pull it through your other hand just like this. Chris, were you born on a farm? Okay, because you were kind of milking it like this. That's not really what I asked you to do, but now that I'm watching you do it, you know, it's something I'd like to continue watching. There you go. This has nothing to do with the trick. This is called style. Apparently this room needed a little style. Chris, take that scarf, drape it over your fist just like this. Take this finger on your own hand. There you go. Chris hasn't been drinking, she said. Don't believe her. Chris, take that finger and shove it. I'm sorry, wait. Place it right down inside your fist just like this. So that you have a little corner sticking out like that. Perfect. Let each finger on your right hand touch that scarf one time as you push it farther and deeper inside your fist. Just like that. Perfect. Hold both fists out in front of you like this. Show your audience both sides of both fists. Then, Chris, open your fist and show them that your scarf is gone. Chris, do me a favor. Pick up that teal scarf, please. All right, now. scarf? Not all at once. What color was my scarf? What is your name, sir?
John.
John. I have a room in my house named after you. You gotta do me a favor. Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Hold your hand out just like this. Then turn it this way like this. And put it right here like this. And go like this. Because the glare off of your bald head and that light is kicking my ass. What color was my scarf? Red. Watch for the red scarf. Do you see the red scarf? Good. It's a pretty crappy magic show if you can see it. Watch real close. We're looking for the red scarf. If we look deep down inside the teal scarf, you find that red scarf. Grab that purple scarf for me, please, Chris. Trade me. Perfect. Your name, sir, is? Jeff. That is correct. Jeff, you have any paper money with you? What do you got, 50s, 100s? It's not like you got it all tied up in fancy shirts. What do you got, 50? You got a 50 in there? A $1 bill. Oh, sweetheart, you did great. Congratulations. I'm sure your parents are very proud. Wait, a physician in town, are you? Do me a favor, Chris. We take that $1 baptism money bill from him. Hang on to that, stand right there. We'll take that scarf, we'll just stick it down inside the teal scarf like this, and...
Wow.
Can you hear that? You know what this sound is? Listen close. This is how we find the Vietnam veterans in the room. Yeah, I voted for Nixon. That's on me. I'm sorry. Yes, I voted. It's a Saxon club. It's not a VFW. You're fine. I didn't say World War II. That would bring up a whole different thing in here. People have no idea what history is, do you? Maybe I was kidding about reading the book thing earlier, but apparently I was accurate. Watch for close. Looking for that last scarf. Inside your $1 bill. Is that purple scarf. He wanted to know if I could change it into 100. Like if I could change a $1 bill into a $100 bill, I'd be in fucking Austintown. A lot of people seem to like those. I do one impression and one impression only. This is my impression of an Eskimo going to the bathroom. That's all I have for you there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my box of tricks. I'm on a very limited effects budget. You seen the crap they're giving away in cereal boxes now? Look at that. Don't dive. Your minimal effort is commendable. Each of you that has a piece of rope, just hold it up by one end so everyone can see that they are 3 different pieces of rope. Your name is? What is it? That is correct. That doesn't get old for me, really. Your name is? Josh. And you are? Stephen. All right. Perfect. What I need the 3 of you to do is just take your piece of rope, check it out, make sure it's a regular piece of rope, nothing tricky about it, which of course it isn't, or I wouldn't have given it to you. Josh has the great big one. No one has ever said that before. so bad, I suppose. Any problems with your rope? Stephen, anything? How's yours? Throw it up here to me, please. Perfect. Stephen! Need you to throw your rope up here, please. Oh, no, I'll get it. To be fair, the name of the game is catch, not throw. So, a lot of pressure on you, Josh. If you could just throw that, put it right up in this area right here. Stephen, where'd you go to high school? You don't know for sure, do you? You kind of stuttered a little bit there. Were you just embarrassed to tell everybody you went to a parochial school, or was it you went to Valley Christian? Of course, you guys were the fighting.
The Eagles.
But not the fighting one, because that's not very Christian-like. Did you have a football team there at the Valley Christian?
Yes.
Did they win at all ever?
Yeah,
Once? You outprayed your opponents, though, didn't you? Born after every game. Did they have math there back then? They did. Excellent. Excellent. I have a story problem for you. Steve, will you do a story problem with me? They didn't have speech class, though, did they? Stephen, will you do a story problem with me? It's like we're in 5th grade. It's a very simple story problem, Stephen. I'll tell you a story, and I'll use these 3 pieces of rope as visual aids. At the end of the story, I'll ask you a couple of quick questions. I just need you in a good, loud, clear voice to answer the questions, so not just I, but everyone in the room can hear. Can you do that? A little louder than that. Stephen, don't mess with me here. Can you go louder than that? So I can hear you? At least so we can hear you?
Yes.
A little louder?
Yes.
A little less anger? Stephen's had it up to here. Stephen, here's your story problem right here. It's very simple. This is rope number 1. It's the smallest rope in size and in value. It's rope number 1. The medium-sized rope is rope number 2. And the largest of the 3 is rope number 3. Stephen, are you with me so far?
Yes.
Perfect. Stephen, how many pieces of rope am I holding?
3.
What?
3.
That's correct. Stephen, how many ends are on each piece of rope?
6.
Listen, you guys, listen. You can't bully the Christian kid. That's just wrong on a lot of levels. Stephen, how many ends on each piece of rope? 2. That's perfect. Stephen, if I have 3 pieces of rope and each piece of rope has 2 ends, how many ends total would I have? 6 is the correct answer. I know you were just ahead of the curve there, yeah. Stephen, how many ends are up?
3.
How many are hanging down?
3.
Perfect. Stephen, if I take the 3 bottom ends and bring them up to the top like this, there's rope number 1, there's rope number 2, and there's rope number 3. Now, Stephen, how many ends are up?
6.
Don't help him with these guys. I mean, it's kind of you, but he'll never learn if you just tell him the answer. Stephen, again, how many ends are up? 6 is correct. How many ends are hanging down? If I go over here to my briefcase and I get out the big pair of scissors, Stephen, and I cut these 6 ends off and they fall to the floor, would this then not be, Stephen, 3 pieces of rope with no ends?
Yes.
You know what's really funny? None of these bastards are helping you now. They don't know either. That's very complicated. Instead, we'll do this. Check it out. If I just snap like that and pull, I get 3 pieces of rope that are now all the same size. I'll show you. There's rope number 1. There's rope number 2. There's rope number 3. Thank you for the clap, man. You hear that? It was just that. And she wasn't even impressed with the trick. There was a gnat. In order to garner more applause, I fill the room with gnats. Fired every show. Stephen, to get these ropes back the way they were, and I need to do that because I have another show in like 8 months. I get all 6 ends back up at the top like this. Give them each a pull in the center. 1, 2, 3. Snap like this and pull. There's rope number 1. There's rope number 2. There's all 3. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for my lovely assistant, Stephen. Well, that's why I've been so crabby all day. Much better. Actually, there's a good reason for this. When I was a kid, we had this woman that lived with us. Her name was Mom. I see some of you know her. And this woman, she was a nag. A constant nag. I'd get off the school bus and run in the house, take my jacket off, and she'd say, you know, if you're taking that off, put it on a hanger. Be outside playing, come in the house, she'd say, if you're taking it off, put it on a hanger. Come home from church, take off my church clothes, put on my play clothes. If you're taking it off, put it on a hanger. I was damn sick and tired of that nagging. So when I turned 18, I grabbed the prettiest girl in the slow class and we got married. She's not here. It's okay. Took my wife on the honeymoon. We came back from the honeymoon ceremoniously, traditionally. I scooped her up when we returned to our first apartment. I carried her over the threshold with romance in my heart. Set her down inside our new apartment, took my jacket off, and she said, you know, if you're taking that off, you should put it on a hanger. All I could hear was the minister's voice in the back of my head going, till death do you part. But it turns out, the women in my life are absolutely correct. If you take your things off and put them on a hanger, they stay neat, they stay pressed, they stay clean. They don't need replaced as frequently, and you don't have the cleaning bills. So always put your stuff on a hanger. Are we clear? All right, let's do another trick. I have a brand new trick that I've been working on. We're friends, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're acquaintances, right? It's a brand new trick. I'm very excited. I'd like to try it out. Is it okay if we try it out?
Yeah.
All right, but here's the deal. I don't want you kids putting it on the YouTube. Because if I screw it up, you know, it's on that there World Wide Web. Are we okay? Yeah. All right. This is exciting. Tell me if I'm right or not. Okay, so don't change your mind. And don't say no just to make me look stupid, because I'll take you down with me. Okay? All right. I'm being bombarded with cards from over here. You guys need to keep it down. This is just me and Caitlin. Caitlin, picture it really big. You don't see anything except the name of your card written on that white wall. I got it. Got it. Okay, got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin's card, the name of Caitlin's card is Clyde. Thank you. Is that right? What? No. No what? I was looking for no, sir. It's not Clyde. Well, that's all I have. Thanks for coming. Or however you reacted. I'll wait. Caitlin, what did you think of? The 3 of hearts. I see the problem. Caitlin, will you stand right where you are? We have a deck of cards. Yes? What's that first card? I want you to take that card. Don't show anybody the back. The reason, Caitlin, the reason I asked you to name a card is because each card in this deck has a name. This is my fault. I said name a card. I meant actually give the card a name. You see, this card is George, and this card is Sally, and this card is Laura and Irene and Jay. There's an Arlene. There's Bonnie. There's Eric, my namesake card. This is Dave, and that's Mary, and Ron, and Karen. Look at that, Olga, my foreign exchange card. There's Norm, there's Greg, there's Johnny, there's Alice, there's Paul, and Linda, the McCartneys. Screw you people. That's funny. In this deck, there's every Tom, Dick, and Harry you can imagine. And they're all different through the whole deck. There's Carol and Bob and Chuck. I told you that the name of your card was Clyde. Look at the back of your card and yell out the name that's written on that card. Clyde. Louder. Clyde. Clyde, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you'll remember, I told you the name of your card prior to you telling me it was the Three of Hearts. Do you see how I did that? Yes. Other magicians hate me because I give away the secrets. Did you see how I did it? You figured out the trick? No? Do you see it? Look real close.
It says Clyde. It says Clyde.
Yeah, it says Clyde, but do you see how it's written?
Yeah, permanent marker.
No, it's not permanent marker. Magic marker. Freaking amazing, isn't it? I mentioned earlier I'm a member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, Magicians Union. I'm required by my membership in that organization to do at least one traditional trick in every show that I do. This next trick is that trick. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, calm down. This trick is called the Chinese linking rings. These are official Chinese linking rings that were made right here in the Mahoning Valley. I'm very fortunate, as Dan said in my introduction, I get to take this show on the road, and not just on the road, but on boats and on planes, and I've done this show in over 27 different countries around the world, on 5 different continents, and what I do is I go to the furthest, most remote, obscure area of the planet, and I do shows in very remote, oppressed villages for people, and when I do these shows, I don't charge anything for the show, but what I do is I fundraise throughout the year, and then when I go there, I go to their markets, their little indigenous markets in their villages, and I buy mating pairs of chickens. I buy cocks and hens, and every family that comes to my show in these countries gets a mating pair of chickens, so that when they go home, they don't ever again have to worry about meat, protein, and eggs for their children. They always have nourishment, and it's good, healthy stuff, as long as Uncle Harry doesn't eat the first 2 birds. When I do shows like this, I go to those oppressed areas, everybody gets a chicken. So at the end of the show tonight, no pushing, no shoving. No chickens, I'm just kidding. No chickens. But I do that. I've been to Guatemala and Cuba and Peru, and I've been to West Africa and done this in Europe. About 18 months ago, I was doing the show in China, and I did this trick, the Chinese linking rings, in China. It's kind of weird. Do you know what they call these in China? Rings. Apparently, the Chinese part is implied. So, throughout the year, I fundraise at these shows, and I have DVDs that I'll have for sale back here after the show. And these DVDs are $50 each. If you'd like them autographed, they're $15. So there's that. Or they're $15 each, or you can get the pair Special for tonight, $30 for the pair. So those are available, and 100% of that money goes to buying the chickens. So that's what that's for. So if you want to stop back there, even if you don't care about world hunger and children and stuff, you can still say hi. Is that too obvious? Was that too much? Count them with me. These are official Chinese linking rings made right here in the Mahoning Valley. These rings, they are solid. They are steel, solid steel. No holes in the rings except in the middle. Because otherwise they'd be plates. Count them with me. They're all solid, all separate, no holes except in the middle. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. You know what this is? It's my Youngstown, Ohio bling. Check this out. If I take the first 3 rings, 1, 2, 3, throw them up in the air, they become magically linked. Are you married? What is your name? Sarah. Is it with the H or is it the wrong way? All right, very good. Sarah, you stay right there. I'm going to give you these 3 rings, but in a minute, you have to give the rings back. I don't want any shit out of you. About returning the rings. Are we clear? Sarah, it's very simple. What I'll have you do, you take those 3 rings apart, you put them back together again. We'll give you a minute to work on that. What is your name, dear?
Carmen.
What is it?
Carmen.
All right. Why is everybody so pissed off? It's not like I named you people. Ladies and gentlemen, my lovely assistant Carmen joining me on the stage. Come on here. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen! Carmen, this is so exciting. Isn't this exciting? Is your kid at homecoming? Listen, I'm 57 years old. It's not like I was asking her out. I'm just saying. Your kids are in college. So, all right. Just kind of bragging a little bit there. So where do they go to college? Oh, well. It's like college. It's a lot like college. It really is. It's very similar. When I went to Youngstown State University, there was an Inner Circle pizza place right across the street. And if they didn't deliver your pizza in a half hour, you got a degree. I got 4 degrees. I was the driver for Inner Circle Pizza. Carmen, here's what we do. I'll teach you magic trick. Come a little closer. I promise not to touch you. Here's what we got. 1, 2. Hold your right hand out. Take these rings, hold them as tight as you possibly can. Hold them out in front of you just like that. Perfect. I do the same thing with my 2 rings. Now, Carmen, you rub your thumb on the top of the rings like this. Just rub your thumb on the top, just like that, and blow right where you're rubbing. That's the Fitch homecoming theme this year. Thanks for having me at the last comedy night you guys ever did. Just rub your thumb on the top of the rings like this and blow. And then, Carmen, it's really important, drop 1 ring, but only 1 ring. I didn't say to do that. Go ahead, no, it's kind of cool. Go ahead, give it one of those. Now, Carmen, to get the rings apart, it's very simple. To get the rings apart, it's very simple. To get the rings apart, it's very simple. You're going to take 1 ring in each hand, just like this, Carmen. You get your 2 rings together like this. You rub, you blow, you twist, and boom! and they come right apart. Go ahead, do that.
Rub, twist, blow.
There you go. Rub. Wait, listen. Rub, blow, twist. Twist some more. Pull. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah has gotten her 3 rings apart and back together again already. Went up here screwing around. In theater, we have this thing when something doesn't go right, when it doesn't work, you have to be prepared. This is a little improv lesson. Quick, guess who? Minnie Mouse, thank you for paying attention. Do you wear glasses or contact lenses?
No.
We can have these frames ready for you in about an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite country music singer. Sarah, when I gave you these 3 rings, it was 3 rings connected. Check this out. Now it's 4. Seems like a miracle. I can't believe nobody applauded for that, so. That's something. All right, maybe no, we have to ask for it. I mean, if I wanted that, I'd say, hey, I dedicate this show to the troops.
Yeah.
See how they are? See? That was for you, Dan. Watch close! One of the most difficult moves in all of magic. Watch close. Watch the bottom ring. Watch the bottom ring. As it magically, mysteriously becomes the top ring. Guys, thank you very much. Give it up for Dan Brown.